Welcome to the 4th Saturday video hop, organised by Meri. Ready? There he is. Are you ready, Freddie? Are you ready? Loves chasing for the ball, and he even brings it back. Oh, there's his water there because it's very hot today. Again, Freddie. There you go. Oh, playing ball in the shade. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful to be here with little young Freddie. There's the ball. So beautiful. Come, Freddie. Ferns just look so beautiful with the sun shining up and through them. They'd make nice prints on the jelly plate. Ideas. Beautiful. Thank you, Meri, for organising the hop. This month our theme is caricature, and it took me back to this is the composition book that Candy gave me. It was during lockdown, so was that last summer or the summer before? Beth was doing Picasso in her stream, and I'm just trying to find. I did a study on people's faces, and oh yes, here we are. Very simple collage, and I was looking at eyes, saving pieces of different shapes of eyes. I'm going to put those out. I might need them. Yes, just drawing faces. Oh, I've collected little bits and pieces. Very simple faces here. Just faces that fascinated me. These were some of the Picasso roll game. That was it. So that inspired me to take part in local art community. They were doing an online, so because you couldn't go to the gallery, so it was all online, and we all gave photographs, sent photographs of ourselves, and then we, in the medium that we chose, we did portraits of people. And this is a local Croydon artist, and his hair, that's not a caricature because his hair is marvellous, but the caricature comes in. He had a heart on his t-shirt, so I accentuated the heart. So that was one of my caricatures. And so I thought, well, I was inspired. We were sat having coffee at the Lloyd Park Cafe with Freddie and some friends, and one of the ladies that we were with, she loves wearing green and always wears green, and I thought, oh, she looked pretty as a picture. She really did. And when I came home, I did this little loose sketch. But so she's all in green, and then she has gloriously curly dark hair, and then she had a brooch And I just doodled because I felt she was green and I thought there was green leaves on the brooch. And so I've got this sort of concept of, I'm just going to have a go, a little bit out of my comfort zone. But then so much of what we do is out of our comfort zones. So first of all, I'm going to create a background, and then I will cut some colours out of magazines. I'm particularly taken with the colour green because that's what my friend was wearing. That's what she loves to wear. And I'm surrounded, I'm lucky enough at the moment, especially when we go out on the dog walks, it's early summer and I'm surrounded by green. It's just amazing. Add some purple. Oh, I know what you're saying to me before I squidge this paint out. Have you got your apron on? No. Let me just get my apron on. Wipe my hands. let me get my apron on. Where's my apron? Found it. There we are. I'm going to put this darker colour on first. I've been practicing with my jelly papers, jelly printing, and really enjoying it. I am inspired by PM Artist Studio. Here's some wonderful butterflies that they sent me. And let me just get some tissue paper. This part is called, as I've learned from PM Artist Studio, that this is called registering. So I had to wind back just to find out what that meant. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's taking away some of the paint. This is tissue paper. There we are. And of course this will make beautiful collage paper. Wonderful. Throw that on the floor. Oh, let me just see if I can get any paint from here. There we are. Just, is there any paint? Oh, very vague amount of paint on there. Here we are. There. Wonderful. I'm going to let that dry, and while that dries, the thing with this, you need to be patient. That's not always easy, is it? I'm going to flick through some magazines. Freddie's sat by my side because I don't know whether you can hear it, but there's somebody taking down scaffolding. So normally you can just hear the birds, and he doesn't like that sound. So he's sat close by guarding me. I'll sit with him on his chair to keep him company. I'm going to flick through these magazines. I've got a Vogue magazine. I'm looking for particularly greens and skin tone colours maybe. Oh, wonderful. Look at the lovely texture on that brick wall. That's really interesting. I'm going to just tear some pictures out. I won't waste any. They'll always get used. I'll just throw them down there. Oh, there's some wonderful. Wow. A lady with her purple hair. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't have any preconceptions of how this is going to be. I know it's going to be very green, but apart from that, I don't really have any idea of what I want to do. I've got a nice cup of tea and a ginger biscuit. These are what we call good dunkers. You can dunk it in your tea like this. And then, very nice. So I picked some magazines that interest me. I'm not quite sure what I'll use yet. I've got some black and white images there. These lovely rolls of fabric. Just picking out things that interest me. That's some colour. What's this one? Oh, I liked the pot plants on these. I know many of you will be saying, no, please save the shoes. Save the shoes. I might do. And I actually love this lady coming out of the ferns. That interests me. Lights. And more greenery. And some texture and colour on these. So, I have a little thing. I'm going to put some more paint on top of here now. The butterflies are... And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the fern down and add some colour to that. What colour should I put? The green down. I think I'll take that off first. Just add a little bit of green. Be nice to add a different colour to it. I'll stretch over here and get some blue maybe. There we are. Maybe a little bit too much paint. You don't need too much paint, so I believe. So you can brayer that off. Here's some. This will make nice painty paper, ready for collages. And I'm going to put the fern down that we picked in the wood, like that. I'm going to roll it on so it presses on. That's wonderful. And get some more tissue paper and press that down. And then take that off and then let that layer dry. Now this is what I've seen PM Artist Studio do and Devon, and I've been practicing, and I was advised to keep the plate nicely oiled with Danish oil. I'm going to take that off. I'm not quite sure what I've got there, but we'll see, we'll see. Let me just press this on to see if I can get any off there. Oh, lovely. And I'll let that dry, and I'm going to play around with some of these images, see if I can make a face. I'm literally just going to have a play. I'm not going to think it's... Just pretend I haven't got the camera on, just like this morning when I was sticking, gluing and painting. I'm going to... I think I need the face to be a little bit... See, all these bits I can use. I think I need the face to be a little bit smaller, because I would like to get the shoulders and that brooch in. And I'm not even sure about this yet. I'm literally just having a little play. It's really lovely to rip up magazines. I like this better. The rocks, they remind me of the Marvel comic with the guy made out of rocks. So probably not the right texture for my friend's face. So I'm just going to go with that for the minute. And her hair is absolutely glorious mass of dark black curly hair with a hat on or a scarf normally. I've got some curls here. I'm going to try these to see if it works. You'll have to excuse all the banging. I live in a busy town. There's some building work going on outside, but it's quite warm and we need the door open just to get that little bit of air. Freddie is still by my side. Just going to cut all these little curls there. It's rolls of fabric. All the curls are done. I'm going to, I've got this lovely linen jacket here. I'm just looking to see which face looks best. I've got a feeling I'm going to out with this one and in with the linen. In with the linen there. We'll see, we'll see. And now I want to do some form of hat. I might find some fabric actually. Out with the owl bag. Let's see what I've got. Green, yes. I want everything to be green. Now, I am going to make the background green as well. It's, I don't know, I just have this feeling that I want the person to sort of merge into her background. I'll see. It might not work, but it just might work. I'm not sure. We'll see. Just folding it over. Sometimes she has a hat or a scarf on. Right, I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to be sticking the curls in and out of there. I need to find some eyes. And now I need to make a jacket. What can I make? Ah, gorgeous, gorgeous. Yes, I think so. Make a lovely jacket, yes. I love that. Just the chin's a little bit too. Let's do some shoulders. Yeah. I've lost the face now. Oh, there's the face. And shoulders. Now the thing that I'm going to exaggerate and caricature is the brooch. She's had a smallish brooch on, just like I've got one on here that Carol made me. The brooch, and it had some white with green leaves. So I'm going to find a little round here that I can use. Yeah, that'll be fine. Just little offcuts from play, and I'm going to pop that on there. So it's going to be quite big. I'll cover it, I think, with some of this. Yes. My glue out. I think the brooch was a creamy colour, so I'm going to do that. Like that. Cut that round, or probably tear it actually. It's one of those tearing days today, I think. Just feels right to do that, I don't know why. I'm trying to do this in real time as much as possible because I think I want it to be quite a quick process. I think her little chin is just a little bit too pointy, so I'm just going to tear that off there. Pop her brooch on, and then I'm going to be coming round with some greenery. She needs some eyes, and I'm going to find those. I've decided to play with this face, and yeah, I think it really is just a case of playing. Of course there's banging outside. You know, you wouldn't think I lived in a busy city. You really wouldn't. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that face. For the minute, we'll see. Things change, things change. Yeah, it's just a case of playing, really. Some form of collar. Yeah, that's the brooch, and here's all the hair. Don't want to lose that. That's going to go on there. I'll be gluing later. I'm just going to go for it and glue it down. Yes, I'm just going to go for it and glue it down. And it's wonderful when you do that sort of thing. You just don't know who is going to appear. So let's take that away and just glue it all down. Because it's just bits of paper and glue. If you don't like it, you don't have to show anybody. Of course, I will show you because that's just part of the process. You just don't know what's going to appear. Glue it down there, and let's pop her brooch on here, and it'll be time in a minute to do some more of the painty paper. Just put the brooch is the thing that's exaggerated. There, that's caricatured. I need to find amongst all this the little curls that I made, that I cut out, and I'll stick those on. That's not enough hair, so I'm just going to look through to all the images I've got. Pop that in there so I don't lose it. See if there's anything else I can use for hair. Oh, yes, I quite like the shapes on this trough. I'm going going to cut some of these out. How are those going to look? Let's just as the light catches her hair. She has beautiful hair, piled up. Quite a bohemian look going on here, which is absolutely wonderful. Lovely. Any more? No, I will leave it at that for the minute. So we've got, there she is so far. So that's where I've got glue on her face. There we are. Let me just scrape the glue off her lovely face. We need something else going on there. I will have a look through. Is the jelly plate dry to lift that off? You have to be quite patient to let it dry. Oh, I think it is. Let's do that. Oh, don't forget that lovely light there. Wonderful. Right, let's get... Where's my paper? There. I'm going to get a light colour. Do I want white? Do I want white? It needs to be quite light. Otherwise it shows through. Oh, I don't know what colour to choose. I'll just choose this one. This is my shiny turquoise. It might not work, but even if it doesn't work, even if I don't use it, I will still show you, because I think that's, I'm looking for the brayer now. It's encouraging, isn't it, to see people when then, I'm not an expert. I'm an expert at losing things, but I'm just playing. Some people are experts because they are trained and they have years of experience, or some people have taken jelly painting up recently and they've just practiced and practiced. That's what it's all about. Practice. The more you practice something, the better you become. I'll use this little lid. Just I'm doing the edges first. This is what I've learned because they dry out the quickest. I've been watching and listening P&M Studios and Devon and Tanya McGuire, getting tips, and Fran and Violet. Let's see. This will be fun. It'll be fun just to see if it actually comes out. Look at this glorious face in water. I love that. Gosh. Right, let's see if that's going to pull off. It might. What I'm after are the butterflies in the... Did I get the butterflies? I don't think I did. Maybe my plate needs to be... Maybe my plate needs to be re-oiled. I didn't get the butterflies, but I've got a nice background and I'll be using that later. I'm probably not going to use it on my collage, but I've left that in because I think it's good to be real. I'm being real. I would have liked to include that, but I won't. I'm not quite sure why, but I quite like the light. And now I'm going to be looking for some plants to come from the brooch and enclose her. It's lovely. Right. I cut out the pot plants and I put those on the brooch. I do hope you can forgive me because I cut out the shoes. I'm sure a lot of you would far have preferred the shoes. All I can do is apologise. I'm just going to build this up like this. keep it in real time, just cut those out, but just so you get an idea, even the thought process, I'm doing it all in one take really, even the thought process is at this sort of speed. She's got very dark hair and the light is coming onto her hair. Let's just tear this out and see if I can capture the light on her hair. Now a lot of you are probably doing this in your mind, saying no, don't put this here, put that there, and I think that's great. Have a go, have a go. It's just like me, what have you got to lose? Nothing. No one's going to see. We haven't got anything to lose. And I haven't got anything to lose, I'm amongst friends. This glue's stuck down quite well and I'd probably like to get something underneath there. I'm changing my mind as I go along, just getting the hair right here. So things evolve as you do them. I originally wanted to add the jelly plate, but I will use that for something else. Time to clean that plate again. I think it's because a lot of us are using the plate so much at the moment because we are doing lots of jelly printing, because everybody is so inspiring at the moment. Now, I quite like the way that she's sepia and the rest is a muted green colour. I'm not quite sure whether you're getting the fact that that was the brooch. Let me just, this is really amazingly sticky glue. I love it. Let's just change that round because it's, I want to, the brooch to be seen. I'm thinking, of course, look, I've still got the original lady there. I need to put something to cover that up. So probably just encase her a little bit more in some greenery. I'm literally, how many pages did I have? 1, 2, 3 or 4 pages and some bits. I want to try for some reason and to contain myself to those pages that I tore out. I found some more of the ferns. I tore off the light and I was putting it round here. I think it's too yellow. I think it is. Did I? Oh, I've thrown the brush down. Oh, I'll just use my fingers then. No, there it is. Wipe my fingers now. Oh dear. Let's just put this down and have a little look. So follow the links in the description box for more people to see how other people have interpreted the brief of caricature. This is a caricature of my friend blending into the greenery. There's her little brooch. I don't want to put, I kept this one quite simple. Oh, this was with torn up pieces of magazine paper. I kept it quite simple. I put an edge round. Oh, and edged the heart. And I edged in magazine, but I didn't put any pencil on it. Do you know, I'm wondering whether some of you are screaming out and thinking, oh, no, put something else here, something else there. But I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to, I am interested in this light here. It's children in garden lights. And just to give it that ethereal feel, just small amounts of light maybe. Just dotted around, just to give it that magic feel. So thank you, Meri, for organising the hop. It's yes, it's been quite a challenge for me to do this sort of thing on a video, because this is the sort of thing that I would do for myself. But I'm happy to share this with other people and hope that it encourages people just to have a go. You need some glue and some pieces of magazine. I like that, just to bring that little bit of light into the piece. I'm just going to stick that down while we're still on video. At the end of the video, there'll be another postbox crochet topper. I like to try and find them. Ben found this one for us. He's so good at stopping and finding them. Just going to add that little bit of light, and then I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say this, and I said I was going to leave it at that, but I think I want to come round the brooch just so that stands out a bit more. I'm just going to do a little outline of the brooch. It's very, I tell you, if you haven't done this magazine where you put little, tear up little bits of magazine. Now, you could say it doesn't show up that well because I have the foreground and the background all blend into one, but that almost was the vibe I was getting when we were sitting having our coffee with our friend, that because she was all in green, she was blending in. She's blending into nature, and I loved that. And I'm left with all these glorious little tiny bits that I'll be able to use on another collage or recycle. See what I feel like doing. I've just backed that brooch just to bring it round. And that is my finished piece. That's my friend at the cafe. There she is. And there's her brooch. There we are. So it's goodbye from Flo and from Freddie. It's been a bit noisy, hasn't it, Freddie? I think they're finished with the scaffolding now. I think they have. So I'm going to finish my tea and follow the links down below and follow what everybody else has been doing. Bye.